John, there's been some pretty interesting issues we brought up in the last couple days here at MBS. One of the things that seemed to be very key was this whole issue of the disruptive situation.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts about that?
Well, you look at the product itself, the car, if you will. Look at all the disruptive technology going on there, and then you look at the disruption of the industry itself. All those things are mashing together, and to me, disruption is good, because that's what keeps things moving forward. It keeps things fresh. It gives new growth opportunities. And I think that's what one thing we'll talk a little bit later about, it, attracting the talent. The disruptive technologies are bringing, I'll call it the talent pool to automotive. Automotive's cool again because of some of that disruptive. Important things about some of the takeaways on the disruption talks that we've heard. Disruption really is by design, particularly when it comes to vehicles. And disruptive technologies, if you will, don't totally eliminate the existing technologies, but what they do is they eliminate companies. Don't be one of those companies. So I like to say that the future belongs to the prepared. You got to manage today, obviously, you got to compete today, but you also got to have that eye on tomorrow, and that's where disruption can be your friend.
One of the disruptors that really wasn't connected to the disruptive situation, of course, is a culture clash. You've got global situations here, and you have engineers merging with other engineers. And,
well, the culture, just think of cultures between countries, geography. What about cultures between marketing, sales, and engineering? Because technology is leading that, and we're in uncharted waters. I mean, the wild, wild west is the best way to predict what could happen to some of this stuff, or use it as an example of what's happening, because there is no single path to autonomy and automated driving. It's multiple paths, and where that goes, who knows where. So you got to kind of pick one, pick several. Swim lanes, if you will, we heard about. Go down some of the swim lanes and learn fast. In some cases, fail fast. But a real good example from one of the Bosch speakers yesterday was fail fast, but also fail cheap. You don't want to bet everything, bet the farm, so to speak, and fail and lose that much money. So you need that kind of culture. And the other big takeaway I heard was basically you have to be comfortable with ambiguity. You've got to embrace the ambiguity. There is no final answer or final solution for a lot of this. We got to learn and go forward together. And I think as an industry, that is fantastic, because that's a whole cultural change. You don't get locked into one solution. There are multiple solutions.
Did any of the presentations so far strike you as being truly amazing or interesting as far as the technology goes?
Absolutely. I think the autonomous technology from Monday, a lot of what I'll call racing to autonomy, there's a lot of technology that's being demonstrated by different parts of the industry. Some automotive manufacturers, some software related, like NVIDIA with the GPUs, not the CPUs. Great example is we all grew up with computers. So basically a CPU is, think of it as a two-lane highway, information going in and out. GPU is thousands of lanes of information going back and forth. And you think of NVIDIA getting into the GPUs of cars and things like that with the displays. And then racing, using racing as an analogy, one of the videos we showed was basically Robocar, racing up the hill course at Goodwood. 123 miles an hour. Is it ready for prime time for basically marketing and entertainment? No way. But it's a demonstration of where algorithms are going and what customized algorithms are going to drive the industry.
One of the nice things that happens up here at the seminars, of course, is that the corporations invite their interns, they invite students up here.
Oh, yes.
And what do you think, what would you tell students who are mildly interested in getting into the auto industry right now?
The future's bright. You got to wear shades. I should be wearing shades now. But so many interns, so many of what we'll call the next generation, and those young engineers, those young professionals, whether it be marketing, vocational, K through 12, Square One Foundation, SE, World in Motion, all those great organizations coming together. And what's really cool is you got the Magnas, Continentals, Yazaki bringing interns up here to introduce them to this cool industry. That's the next generation. That's what's going to keep this thing moving forward and make it cool. SEMA does a lot of that too with our STEM and STEAM initiatives. And we're seeing a resurgence of students interested in a lot of the performance, aftermarket racing, and certainly autonomy.
Well, I can't let you get away without talking about the next SEMA show. Any kind of surprises?
Well, this is Mattel's 50th anniversary, and we all grew up with Mattel. And I can't imagine what they're going to announce. They're going to show their toy car as well as the real version of that car from Bisimoto at the SEMA show coming up here in just 2 months. But I can't imagine some kid out there like a Kyle Vogt or a George Hotz, that is some entrepreneur, young kid that is going to turn Hot Wheels upside down and say, we want to see an autonomous type model and making that cool for the kids. Is the orange track going to become some sort of self-driving autonomous track? Because the point is, autonomous drivers don't have to hate car lovers. Car lovers don't have to hate autonomy. We're going to coexist, and we're going to see people that have a A to B hauler that's autonomous or automated or autonomous, and we're going to see people that still have a hobby car and love to drive that car.
Well, good luck. It's always a pleasure to meet you, and you always have a pretty good take on things. Pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay,
Wonderful
good.
to be here.
All right.